Everyone loves having a lot of options, but sometimes having too many can make it hard to choose. And this is especially true when it comes to choosing the right vlogging camera, particularly for beginners. So for this video, I'm going to be testing out some of the most popular vlogging cameras, the Insta360 GO Ultra and the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, to see which one actually makes vlogging for beginners a lot easier. While this video is in partnership with Insta360, everybody and their grandma knows I really love the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. So you know this is going to be a really honest review. As someone who has done this for a while now, choosing a camera is not even the hardest part about starting to vlog. A lot of the times it's getting over that feeling of awkwardness when it comes to filming yourself alone or in public, trying to make sure you got the right accessories, figuring out what angles and shots you want to get, all of those things. And overall, just trying to make the whole process of filming a lot more seamless and easier and not as scary. I'm going to be basing my comparison of these two cameras on just basic vlogging scenarios and which one does the best in removing a lot of that friction for beginners. Now, the first thing you'll notice is the size difference. Now, the Osmo Pocket 3 is still really small, and that's why a lot of creators were drawn to it in the beginning. But the Insta360 GO Ultra is just in a whole nother category when it comes to how easy it is to carry. Whether it's in the action pod or as a standalone camera, it's so tiny that you can just throw it in your bag, throw it in your pocket, or even just wear it. And you don't have to feel like you're carrying around this bulky setup. And for a beginner, that's one of the most important parts. You know, you want to have something that you're going to feel comfortable carrying around with you, taking it out really quickly and recording your day-to-day without feeling like you have to add all of these accessories and set up the camera. And again, while the Pocket 3 is still really small, I would not trust putting this in my pocket. Just saying. For the moments when I'm vlogging at home, I noticed some of the big creative differences when it comes to these two cameras. With the Osmo Pocket 3, I can get a really clean and intentional vlog setup with a stand or a tripod. It looks polished and I love it for that. With the Insta360 GO Ultra, I could mount it, I could wear it, I could place it anywhere quickly and just capture the moment. So I was getting shots I probably would have skipped because I didn't have to stop and set up a tripod every single time. And this is where the magnetic mounting and the hands-free POV really makes sense with the GO Ultra. So for example, the GO Ultra, I could just put in a cabinet, the fridge, use the pivot stand, or even set it up on a tripod. Having that variety and ease in setup just matters a lot when you're a beginner because it allows you to capture all of those little in-between moments that make a vlog just feel so real. And this is why I think the Insta360 GO Ultra kind of wins over the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 in this instance, because we know there are a lot of people out there who don't even start because they feel like filming has to be this whole big production, and it really doesn't with the GO Ultra. Oh my god. I just had a scare. I just dropped this entire thing in the laundry room just now. I guess I'm so used to being very gentle and nervous for dropping my Osmo Pocket 3 that I forgot for a split second how sturdy and durable this little GO Ultra is, okay? Y'all, I'm sweating. Wow. In the first year of me owning the Osmo Pocket 3, it needed repairs twice. The first time it needed repairs was because it fell off of my couch. It rolled off of the couch onto this carpeted living room, and apparently that was enough for the gimbal to act up. For the next part of this comparison, I took both of these cameras out with me on a typical day in the city. Each of these cameras do have a creator bundle that's available. Now, the prices of each do fluctuate depending on what sales are going on, so I'll put on screen what the prices are currently. I don't have the creator bundle for the Insta360 GO Ultra, but I did initially buy the creator combo for the Osmo Pocket 3, and I will say that it was a few $100s difference. While that combo does have a good amount of accessories, you'll still need to purchase more, in my experience, to get more out of the creative process and to make filming easier. And I think that is something important to know for beginners, because for the Insta360 GO Ultra, I could essentially just go out with this camera in my pocket as is with the pod and I'd be fine. I would also include the pivot stand because you don't always have a magnetic surface. Now, filming yourself in public. I know that can be one of the most nerve-wracking things to do, especially as a beginner. The Osmo Pocket 3, even with the attached accessories, is still pretty small compared to other professional cameras. But when you are in public filming, everybody knows that you're filming. And it is not the most discreet thing. So you could feel very awkward and like all eyes are on you. Now with the Go Ultra, you can definitely still hold your hand out and film yourself, but you also have the option to mount it anywhere or attach it to yourself and get those hands-free POV shots. And again, more variety in filming. It feels a lot more discreet and you don't feel like you're putting on a whole production in public. And again, this matters so much to beginners because the less awkward you feel, the more likely you're going to hit record and put out content. Another thing we can discuss when it comes to filming in public is the wide field of view. The Go Ultra has a few wide options to choose from, which I personally really love because it allows you to capture a lot more of your environment in the frame and it gives you better options to crop in post. So overall, the Go Ultra just makes filming feel more casual and less obvious and intimidating. I think audio might be one of those aspects that people don't always put to the forefront when they begin their vlogging journey, but audio can really make or break a vlog. So as I did in my Insta360 GO Ultra review video, I am also recording with the Insta360 Mic Pros. I also tested this out while I was filming in public. I am really putting this Insta360 Mic Pro to the test. This might be the loudest section of Times Square, so I'm hoping that you can hear me pretty well. For your general ambiance and cinematic clips, you don't really need a microphone, but when you are talking to the camera, especially out in public and in busy areas like New York City, it'll make your vlog feel more polished and not as chaotic. And it's an added bonus that the Mic Pros are really cute and you can customize the skins. I'm never gonna get over that. I love that so much. Another thing I'll note about vlogging outdoors with these two cameras is that you can really tell how much more comfortable you will feel with the Go Ultra. It works so much better because of how small it is, because of how durable it is. You're not constantly worrying about, am I protecting my gimbal? Can I prop this camera up over here? If I drop it, what's gonna happen? There's a certain level of extra anxiety and diligence that you have to have with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 that you don't have with the Insta360 GO Ultra. On top of that, the Go Ultra standalone camera is waterproof. So for example, if you're vlogging outdoors and you get surprised by the rain, you don't have to feel like, oh snap, let me put all my things away. No. Now, as a reminder, the standalone camera is waterproof. The Action Pod is not waterproof. Even with that, you can disconnect and you can just throw the Action Pod in your pocket and continue to film. That's just another one of the areas where the Go Ultra just truly shines. So if you're a creator that loves the outdoors, so water activities, for example, surfing, or just being next to water, like me, I love to hike to the waterfall, then you would definitely lean more toward the Go Ultra. And I know I talked a lot about how tiny and convenient this camera is. With that does come a little bit of precaution. They do have the option to attach a little leash here. The Insta360 GO Ultra does have Apple Find My capabilities, which was very helpful to me. So that also adds to the ease and the comfort with this camera. So here's my honest final take. The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is still one of my favorite vlogging cameras. It helped me become a more confident vlogger. It's still really great for those polished handheld vlogs, sit down clips, and more intentional content. But if someone came up to me today and said they wanted to start vlogging their life, but they feel too awkward, they feel like there's too much out there that they need to buy, they didn't want a bulky setup, and they don't know how to get interesting shots for their vlogs, I would definitely recommend the Insta360 GO Ultra. It pretty much wins in all of those categories. It just makes filming feel like less of a big old production and just more like it's part of your life. And most importantly, removes a lot of the friction that comes with starting. The GO Ultra is the perfect vlogging camera for beginners. So if you're interested in getting the Insta360 GO Ultra vlogging camera or the Insta360 Mic Pros, be sure to use my code Georgie for up to 21% off, plus free gifts and 200 gigs of free cloud service. I hope that this was helpful and I hope you enjoyed the video. Happy shopping!